Let's go! You see our faces. You see all of these beautiful ladies on this show. Get in here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is. Oh, I cannot wait to start the show with you guys. It's going to be a fantastic show. I promise. Everybody, tune in. We're all live on all of our Facebooks. Let me make sure I share it to the Let's Talk Football family. Let's go. I am excited. Oh, there we go. I can see us on there. There we go. Let me share it to the Let's Talk Football family. Da, 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 da. Let's talk football. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Ladies, are you guys excited today?
Yeah.
It's been a while since you saw all of our faces together. I am so excited because these girls are like my family, man. This is what it's all about. This is why we do the Let's Talk Football Ladies Takeover Show. And we are excited that you guys are tuning with us today. A light went off randomly, so I'm going to turn my light back on. There we go. Got a little dark in here. Oh, I see you guys tuning in. Let's go. Let's go. We got viewers. We got viewers. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're going to get this show started. This is the Let's Talk Football Ladies Takeover. As you can see, our fantabulous faces are right here. And these ladies know the game of football. I am Janae Struther, one half of the dynamic duo and the Let's Talk Football family. Me and my boy Sean got the show Let's Talk Football, and I'm super excited that I get to do this spinoff show with these ladies right here. Let's kick it over to the cast. Who do I have right below me?
Hello, it's me, Nicole Oppenheimer, and Kate Purple Candy, and a huge Saints fan just sitting on the bench. Uh,
Woo!
that is I have fun with these ladies all the time, and I haven't seen them in a while, so strap yourselves in because we're going to have fun.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And don't you worry, you are in good company when it says that we are some of us are sitting on the bench because it looks like me, you, and Kate are sitting on the bench, but we do have one that's holding on. But don't worry, we'll talk about that later. We got another cast member what's right next to me.
Hello, I am Kate, creator of the Ladies Takeover, and Tom Brady's forever biggest fan. He'll always have the biggest part of my heart. And I'm just so blessed and thankful to have you all here watching with us tonight. And please share your comments and let us know what you're thinking. And let's just have fun and let's go.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And last but definitely not least, who do we have last?
Hey, what's up? Listen, I'm over here like sending positive vibes to the universe.
Yes. Yes.
Football next Sunday. But in general, like I am so happy to be here with you lovely ladies. I love this show. Like I love interacting with the viewers. So I'm just excited that we're on tonight and that we're gonna talk all about football, playoffs, and all the good stuff. So I'm happy to see you three lovely faces. We talk all the time, but it's just different when I see you guys. I love you.
Oh, we
Love
love
you
you more. We
too.
love you more. I'm just so excited because, like we said, we haven't been together in a long time. But because we haven't, we wanted to wish you guys a happy new year from the Ladies Takeover family. We know a lot of craziness has happened since the new year has started. So we definitely want to just make sure that we start the show off with some positivity. I don't know what's going on with this light, but we're gonna make it work. I just want to make sure that we are make mental health is important, guys. And I know what we see on the news and what the year has already started with. We have to make sure that we are trying to stay positive in somewhat of a dark situation, right? There's been plenty of things that have happened that has caused some darkness, but we want to make sure we're gonna bring light. We're gonna keep light going on in this family, right? So, on behalf of the Let's Talk Football family, we wanted to wish you guys a happy new year. And we hope that no matter what's going on in the world, you know that we got people out here that care about each other and we care about you as the Let's Talk Football family. So, if you need to reach out to any of us or if you have something on your mind that you're feeling, hey, we're here. We're all feeling the lows. We feel the lows together. We feel the highs together. So, in this time of uncertainty and all this craziness that's going on, we want to make sure that we're sending positivity and love to our Let's Talk Football family. So we wanted to start the show off that way. We love each and every one of you guys. We are praying for each and every one of you guys. We are hoping that no matter what's going on in this world, that you remember that you are important, and your views are important. The way you feel is important. So we want to make sure that we just start the show off with letting you guys know that. And we love you guys from the deepest part of our hearts. We wanted to make sure that we started this show off because we do have some heavy hearts. There are some crazy things going around, but we're sending that love. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get the hearts going on. Let's get the hearts going on. Because we truly are a family, and we love each and every one of you guys. And we know that some of us are down. Some of us are not feeling great during this new year, but it's just the beginning. We can hope that we finish better than what we started with. If I can get an amen on that.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh man, but we gotta start the show, guys. We gotta start the show. And I know you guys look forward to this segment right here because we got to keep some drama. What we got? The drama! Guys, this show right here is genuine because we're going to really talk about it. We're going to give you the nitty gritty of what we're thinking. We want you guys to chime in because it actually is some drama. Guys, it's only week 5. Only 5 games have been played. But guess what? A coach has been fired. What a hell of a way to start the show because that segment right there. Shout out to Jason. We see you, Jason. Hey, ladies, it's your man at home because it's Ladies Takeover.
That's my jam. Oh.
And I like that, Jason. You know how to make the show good because that makes us feel good. What's up, Anthony? Oh, look, we forgot. I want to make sure we shout out our producer in the background, Anthony, our guy, always down. He's making sure that we stay on time, making sure that we got the right segments going on. So shout out to our boy, Anthony.
Yeah.
So we got some drama, ladies. All right. So the fact that it is mentioned in the intro that we got some firings for sure because we had Black Monday. If anybody doesn't know Black Monday in the football world is as soon as the season's over, the coaches, the owners can finally get rid of their sorry coaches. And we want to make sure that we make sure you guys know who has been fired because, ladies, there's plenty of firings. And it looks like starting next year, we'll have a whole new coaching setting. And you never know with all the coaches that have been released.
One hiring.
Oh, and one hiring. Have they officially said that the hiring has happened yet?
Not quite.
But basically, if Adam Scheffner says it pretty much is
right.
golden. But we're gonna roll with it. So we'll start off just with that one. Harbaugh has been fired. The Ravens got rid of their coach after all of these years. I think during our lifetime, half of our lives, we have had one coach for the Ravens, which is John Harbaugh, and it looks like he has been fired from the Ravens, but already there's been announcements from Schefter that the Giants have hired him as the next coach for the Giants. So shout out to Harbaugh for already securing the job. And look, we got Gannon, that is Jonathan Gannon, has been released from the Cardinals. We got Mike McDaniel that has been released from the Dolphins. We got Pete Carroll that's been released from the Raiders. We got Kevin Stefanski who's been released from the Browns. We got Raheem Morris that's been released from the Falcons. I know our boy in the background, Anthony. I would like to see what he feels about that one. We got Brian Daboll, of course, as the Giants just hired a coach. They had to have gotten rid of a coach. So Brian Daboll has been fired from the Giants. Brian Callahan from the Titans has also been fired. And we had a coach actually step down, which never really happens. Our guy, and we're going to give him an ovation because of what he's done for the league. We got to give Mike Tomlin his love right now. Shout out to him, Steelers coach for all of these years, and he has decided to step down. Not only was he not fired because I think Steeler Nation loved him, and I don't think they would have ever gotten rid of him, even if it's been all these winning seasons with no victory in the last decade. I think that they still would have kept him just because of the love that they have for him. But realizing that it may be time to have a fresh start, for the Steelers. He stepped down. Ladies, were any of these coaches being removed a surprise to you? And then, if your coach, like Anthony, let us know how you feel about your coach being released. Are you okay with that? Are you good with it? Kate, how you feeling about these coach firings?
Well, I thought they were all very well deserved. I just wish they could have added the very last AFC North coach, which was Zach Taylor of the Bengals, because I definitely felt like he deserved to be fired, but for some reason they're holding on to dear life with him. But I thought they were all very, very should have happened. I mean, some people are criticizing the Raiders because it was Carroll's first year as coach and that they didn't give him time and all this, but you either are performing or you're not, and they're paying these coaches such good money to lead these teams that I think it was time, and I do think it was time for Tomlin, no matter what his winning records were, to step down and allow for fresh blood to come into Pittsburgh and lead the Steelers from here on out. I don't have a bad word to say about the man, but when it's time, and I'm glad he recognized it was time to step down. The whole mess in Cleveland doesn't surprise me about Stefanski.
Yeah, definitely true.
My Lions just interviewed Mike McDaniel for their offensive coordinator position, so maybe that will work out for us. I don't know, but I think it was time for that separation. There's not one that does not make sense.
Yeah.
My opinion. They were all struggling teams with struggling records, and it's time to see who else can come in and lead the way. And I was happy to see that some teams are coming in and finally interviewing Brian Flores for head coaching positions.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like he's worthy of one. And I've seen my former defensive coordinator for Michigan, who is the Chargers defensive coordinator, is getting tons of interviews. But I thought it was interesting, and I'll keep this brief from here, that John Harbaugh was actually up for interviews at teams that weren't even getting rid of a coach yet.
Yeah.
So that tells you how valuable he is and what his leadership for the Ravens meant to a lot of other teams in the league. So I'm excited for him to lead those Giants. I think he'll do some good with Jackson Dart, and once Cam Scatteroo comes back and is healthy, and I think he'll be a good mentor and a good leader in that organization. But time will only tell what's going to happen with all these other teams that need coaches, because the one thing I will say is I'm glad they're not interviewing coaches for positions for teams that are in the playoffs currently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think that really screwed up the Lions with Ben Johnson when he had already interviewed with Chicago before he was done. Yeah. So I like that I'm seeing that. But those are my 2 cents, not yours, on what's going on with the coaching cycle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I do agree with you, Kate. I mean, there's a lot of these teams that absolutely needed to change. Nichole, what are you thinking about these firings? Was it time? Was there anybody that stood out to you that was like, man, they probably should have waited?
Well, I'll tell you something from a Saints perspective. Kevin Moore is very lucky that Shook ended up winning consecutive games, or else he would have been on the chopping block. So that's what I have to say.
I was wondering about
saved
you
Kevin Moore, because we were not happy with him. Aside from that, I think Mike McDaniel be shopping. He is
he fly now.
He's free, and he's been interviewing, and I guess also too they're saying now that he's been finished his interview with the Baltimore Ravens and stuff too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the warmer temper or the colder temperatures would suit him, but I'm sorry, we're not looking for anything as a Saints fan. That's what I got.
I understand. Trust me, I have been there. Somebody really needs to coach Cam oh God, how to stiff arm. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Hey, Delilah, what do you think about these firings? Anybody that stood out to you?
I'm not surprised by the firings. There's some that I was surprised that weren't fired. Like Kate was saying, I was actually surprised that Cincinnati's head coach still has a job.
Yeah.
But I still believe that Brian Callahan, which was one of the first coaches that was fired for the Titans,
Yeah.
I feel like he was thrown under the bus still to this day because who the hell are the Titans? I'm sorry, Tennessee and Nashville. Okay. But no one knows any player on your team unless you are a football and athletic person, but like
Yeah.
a regular fan, no one knows anybody on your team. And believe it or not, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
No one knows who the hell's on your team. No one knows who your quarterback is. No one knows one wide receiver, one running back, one defense. Even though the Browns sucked, we know who Myles Garrett is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like there was no saving grace for the Titans, and someone had to go. And I honestly believe that he was just the scapegoat for that team being a freaking disaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly believe that he was fired because he was given crap. Sorry, but it's true. True. From an outside perspective, I don't even hate the Titans. I don't. No skin on my back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as a team, no one knows your identity. No one knows who your team
That's
is.
true.
Nobody. So it's like he was given nothing, but someone had to go. That's the only coach firing where I always was like, honestly, he was given crap, nothing else.
Yeah.
And it was like, but someone had to go. Someone had to get, and so that's out of all the firings, that's the only one where I felt, oh my God, someone had to be blamed. So it was the coach. But everybody else, I expected. Even Baltimore, we talked about that.
Yeah. We have.
Talked about Pittsburgh
We
and
have.
how, yes, Mike Tomlin has gone to 2 Super Bowls and he won one. So let's not forget that part, right? He won a Super Bowl. We know that. He lost one to the Packers, right? We know all of that. But at the end of the day, we know that that's not enough. Every other team has had coaches for a long time that when you can't go back to the promised land, they've been fired. And so
Yeah.
I think Mike Tomlin is like, you know what? Let me just leave on my own, find greener pastures. And so
Absolutely.
that makes sense. And he's gonna land a job. There
Yeah.
is
He
Oh,
actually said he's
absolutely.
probably permanently retiring.
Yeah.
or that. Yeah.
Or
That
that.
So either
I read
either-
that several places
yeah.
on Twitter today. He's looking.
exactly. Either he's gonna get a head coaching job because he's not gonna be an OC really, or he's
Yeah.
gonna retire. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the options for somebody like Mike Tomlin. There is no other option, right?
Yeah.
Now, Miami, I feel like he can get an OC position over a head coaching position because sometimes like he's a
He's-
good play caller.
He's
And
a
so I
better
could
OC than a head.
Yeah, so I could see him. Yeah, I could see him accepting an OC job.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what happens next year, and also with just this year and how everything shaped up with football. I like it.
Yeah. Me too.
I like what I'm seeing. And maybe the shakeup in coaches would add to that. You know what I mean? A nice shakeup. Maybe again we continue to see new teams going into the playoffs. You know what I mean? So anyway, good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing it now with new coaches coming in, getting
Yeah.
their teams to the playoffs. Look at Jacksonville. Look at the Bears. Look
That's
at
what I
all
mean. Good
the
stuff.
that have happened, and it turns out for the better. So shout out to all these coaches. We know it's hard. Look, my boy Anthony said in this economy, he never wishes for a coach to be fired, but Raheem got fired and he was happy about it. He was happy his Falcons got rid of their coach. So it's time for a fresh start for a lot of teams, and I think it makes for the game to be more interesting, right? Sometimes when a coach, is stale, you've had them for so long, kind of know what Harbaugh was going to do, kind of know what Tomlin was going to do, kind of know what's the trend, right? So with new coaches brings new, and I'm excited for new. So we got to go on to the next segment. Man, there is a team that everybody, well, a lot of people thought that was going to go back to the Super Bowl, but it was a bust. The Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, did not After the very first round of the playoffs, they did not make it. We have actually been noticing issues with them all season. We've been talking about it in the show. Is anybody surprised that the Eagles are not going back to the Super Bowl? Delilah, what you got?
I think they were cursed by a certain White House visit, but I don't want to go into that. And a certain player. Anyway, that player had a bad season. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there that the player that was all like, ooh, over a certain person and admin had the worst season he's had in a long time. Just want to remind people of that.
The team struggled for sure.
And that one person definitely struggled.
Went from being the top to not the
Okay?
top at all. Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
just saying, I think that they cursed themselves.
The curse looked evident. I mean, they went from, like you
So-
said, top 5 offense to not at all.
Just saying, maybe you jinxed yourself a little bit. And so hopefully that's a warning for everybody else. Maybe rethink certain visits and certain people touching you and stuff. Just saying. But anyway, outside of all the jokes, but what it is what we've seen is that because they've been so dominant over the last few seasons, people know who they are, right?
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that came out was like when my team beat the Tush Push. Remember that was like a big headline?
They did. That
And
defense.
so because of that, people know their plays now. Before the Tush Push, they wanted to ban it. Remember that was a whole thing, and all of us were against that because we're like, no, you just gotta be better. Exactly. You gotta be better. You gotta know how to beat a strategy. That's it.
Yeah.
And now the teams do. That's the difference. The teams know how to beat the Tush Push. The teams know how to beat their defense. That's the difference. That's
Very
what it
true.
is. Now the offense knows how to beat a really strong defense because I still believe it's proven defenses do win Super Bowls. I don't care. I still believe that. We all do. But if you know how to beat a defense, that's how you win, right? So
yeah, that's true.
Really, what it was, people figured out the Eagles. That's honestly, at the end of the day, all jokes aside, that's really what it is. All the teams figured out how to beat the Tush Push and all these other plays that they had, right? All this super crazy defense. They built their offense to beat that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's a competition, and they figured out their game, and all the Eagles have to do is go back and go, you know what? We got to rethink our strategy. That's what it is. That's all it was. That's why they were not a repeat after 3 years. Because I think people forget that even when Mahomes won, it wasn't an easy win, right?
Yeah.
Mahomes won the Super Bowl against the Eagles.
Yeah.
So it was not because the Eagles quit. They didn't. They were handing it to them, right?
Yeah.
And so I think people forget that part. And so I think all it is that the NFL recalibrated and the teams learned how to beat them. That's all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Especially with Kevin Tulo, maybe the play calling got a little stale, and we all noticed that it wasn't like it was something crazy. We do got a couple comments. Ben Cornett, he said, "Good evening, ladies. Emo, it was long overdue for Tomlin to go. We all agree on that one. I think a break is needed for him to recharge, and also the Steelers to regroup as an organization. We totally agree." Our guy Anthony's on here as well. He said, "Jalen, after the game, the fly will live while the ant lingers. My sugar cubes are dry." Very true. Very true. Jalen also said, according to Anthony, "We lost. It sucks." So, I mean, we all noticed it, ladies. We definitely noticed it. Kate, what do you think about the Eagles?
I just feel like they just didn't play very well this year. They didn't play well at all. They didn't gel as a team. I thought their coaching was rather lackluster. And I totally think ever since Jalen Hurts lost Jason Kelce as the center, he's not been nearly the effective quarterback that he has.
That's a good point.
He hasn't gelled with his center whatsoever. They have not been on since Kelce left him.
And
I don't think Jalen Hurts has been the same quarterback ever since. I don't think he's been the effective quarterback. I don't think he's been the confident quarterback. He didn't really run this season like he usually has in seasons past. He's not using his dual threat like he usually did in the past. We have a very frustrated A.J. Brown right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's talk about that. That's been drama all season long about why he hasn't been used as a weapon for their team when he's a very good receiver.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I know he and the coach have gotten into it several times on the sidelines. And you've seen the frustration from AJ all
Big
season.
Time.
And I think he's ready to be traded out of there if they're not going to use him and utilize him the way he should be. So there's a lot of drama, I think, that we don't know about. Speaking of being in drama, I think there's a lot of drama on that team that we're not knowing that is going on behind the scenes, because that team did not play like the Philadelphia Eagles that we've seen in years past.
Yep.
That want and that desire and that thirst and to win games, win them dominantly. They've struggled with whatever win they got this season. And so I think they really need to look at what the heart of what's going on in that team, have a team meeting, let it all out. I don't know if they need to go to one of those stress rooms and just break stuff or what it is, but there's something definitely going on in that team's chemistry that isn't clicking. And if they're not going to get it figured out, it's time to break it up. It's time to send A.J. Brown somewhere else. It's time to maybe look at a different quarterback other than Jalen Hurts. Maybe it's time to look at a different offensive coordinator. Maybe it's time to move on from their defensive coordinator. If you're not going to gel as a team, you got to shake it up, or else it's just going to keep going like in a spiral. And the next thing you know, the Eagles are going to be non-existent as a team in the playoff hunt. So I think the biggest thing they need to look at and search their hearts in the offseason is, who do they want to be? What does their identity look like? And how are they going to move forward to play as a team and gel and be cohesive and be on the same page again? Because I think there's too many different egos in trying to figure out how to use Saquon, try to use Devontae, try to use AJ, and everything else. So I really want to see them rediscover who they are.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I think they're going to move forward. And if they have to break it up and players have to move, then that's what they have to do.
Absolutely. I totally agree, Kate. Especially with the offensive line, all these things. And it shows you how, without having the offensive line of the dynamic that they had before, it shows when you're exposed, when your running game isn't the same. And literally, you have every player from last year. They kept most of their starters from the previous Super Bowl winning team, which is very hard to do. After you win a Super Bowl, you really get rid of the whole team. But the fact that all of their Jason Kelce retired, you had all of those offensive linemen that got injured. You see what happens, the very next year when you got the same team, but the offensive line isn't the same. And sadly, it didn't work out for them. Nichole, finish us off. What you got?
Well, I think Delilah had a good thing about the tush push. So I'm going to say the tush push was totally 2025. 2026, 2027 season, I'm looking for a play called the feet meet, where the feet meet the turf and they pound it in. They need something else more than just a tush push. And I think that's pretty well put, because there was a couple plays there last year that they got off with tush push, and if it wasn't for that, then they would have lost by 1 point.
Yeah, it happened. Yes, you are. That is so true, because the thing is, we've been talking about how the Eagles have just been barely getting by, right? Barely getting by these tush pushes. Now we're in the playoffs, where I don't know about you ladies, but I mean, we're going to talk about it later. But we've had some exciting games, like exciting, high-powered scoring and just innovation and things, plays. What happened to those innovative plays that used to happen? And yeah, they have a new offensive coordinator that may have not have got it. But like Kate said, you got some dynamic players. You're not utilizing them. Maybe it was time for you to get punched in the mouth and show the world that, hey, just because you went to the Super Bowl last year does not mean you're guaranteed to go back this year. And it was proven.
Nope.
Guys, that was the drama that we have today. Very excited to be able to talk my drama with my girls. But we got to move on because we got some more special things for you. Delilah, what do we got?
Okay. Because we don't. I'm just gonna do this, and we'll move into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like this segment anyway, and I love you, Kate. So let's do this.
Alrighty. So there's a lot of talk, but the breakdown is those are my top 5. It matches up with CBS, not in the right order. But there we have it, ladies. There's my early front runner. MVP for the NFL based on the numbers. What do you think?
So we're switching it up a little bit today, but our girl Kate is going to give us a breakdown in this Ladies Takeover special way. Kate, what you got for us?
Well, we're going to talk about the last week's NFC Wild Games and the AFC Wild Games and breaking them down and going over them. And we're going to first start off in the NFC where the Rams beat the Carolina Panthers 34-31 in a very close match between those teams. Unfortunately, I was going for Carolina in that one.
Oh, man, they did a great job. They did a great job, too.
They did.
I'm one of those Detroiters that was never a Matthew Stafford fan. So
I just was like feeling the Panthers. And
yeah,
team, you know what I mean?
I was happy to see Bryce Young finally has a team that's playing well, a coach that's playing well.
His whole story is awesome.
Because he's such a good guy, and I just really...
He is.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Kate for a second.
No.
Oh, no.
Going forward.
Oh, there we go. There we go, Kate.
There was a late game clutch drive by the Rams that is the reason they won. I still to this day said Carolina gave them way too much time and scored their touchdown way too soon. It's kind of like when you gave Tom Brady 2 minutes. Matthew Stafford's just as good when you give him time.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and then, I just was very disappointed that they gave them that much time to come back and regain a lead and maybe win the game. But what do you ladies think on this one? Nichole, what do you think of Carolina and the Rams?
I mean, it was really good. I did watch a little bit part of the game for the end part there because it repeated after a little bit. But the Panthers made a good appearance. They made an NFL appearance
for
playoffs. So they got past those Bucks. So I'm not going to let that down. But the Rams, I don't think. I know that they were the front runner for a lot of people. They weren't in my heart to be a front runner.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised by it. But that's my take on it. And I don't know how far they'll make it in the next round, though. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for that take. I went to you because you're our NFC South girl. So we needed an NFC South opinion on that. But moving forward, we're going to go to our NFC North game, which was between the Bears and the Packers. And someone's Bears came out and did Joe Jordan on the mark and ended up winning that game 31-27. There were lots of highlights in that game. Caleb Williams played a phenomenal game. My little Loveland from Michigan played a very good rookie tight end game.
Yes.
I love that boy to pieces. And also, I just felt like Ben Johnson had the better game plan over Matt LaFleur in that game. And I love the tenacity he's showing as a first-year coach for Chicago. I love that, like, this whole last week, he's had those boys out practicing with no heaters, getting ready for the potential weather this weekend in Chicago, getting ready to welcome in another team. But I would love to go to you, Delilah, and your take, since this is your division team, and get your feelings and opinions on this.
Wait. We got to mention the fact that I know you were having a heart attack at halftime. I know with the
Oh, yeah.
score being the way it was at halftime, you were probably heart in your butt. It was crazy. But I just want to point out the fact that Micah Parsons on the screen, and you guys, everybody was watching when they posted his tweet that says, "This is a fourth quarter team." Let's go, Delilah. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Quick. All I wanted to say is I want to talk about my team, but cool. I still want to give props to the Panthers because if anybody has been following the trades, our team is good because of the Panthers. Let's just be honest. We robbed them of multiple picks for years.
Yes.
And they
yes.
finally get to own their own pick going into this upcoming draft, okay? So we are where we are because of the Panthers. Just gonna put that out there, okay? And people make fun of Bryce Young, and I just want to give props to him because we talk about it on the show. Like, if you don't have somebody behind you, of course you will be bad. And so I'm very excited. Your NFC South is going to be more competitive now, which is fun for you, Nichole, but also stressful as an NFC North person and NFC East person where everybody's fighting. So welcome to that stress.
Yes.
Welcome to the team of stressing over who's going to win the division at the last minute because the three of us here have had to deal with that for a while. So, but outside of that, so funny thing, right? So last Saturday, because the NFL decided to put two Midwest teams, the biggest rivalry in NFL history, legitimate, by the way, legitimate, two drunken Midwestern states on a Saturday night. Okay.
Woo! I know Chicago was lit.
And Wisconsin. That's what I'm saying. Like literally, Kate understands that as a Midwesterners, because we're cold, what we're gonna do? We're gonna drink. So we drink a lot. And so for them to pick a Saturday night when we're all out. But outside of that, it was also my mom's birthday celebration dinner, which by the way,
Ooh, shout out to Mom.
by the way, that was chosen over a month ago because I don't know if you guys know about putting deposits down. So
Yes.
this was before playoffs. So it wasn't like, oh, we're going to dinner. And it's like, how are you doing that? I'm like, no, bro. Like this was in place before this. So we were all at dinner and like celebrating, but also like, and like, like stressful, but also like, Mom, we're here for you, but also watching football. It's like, we're like, Mom, we love you, but So yes, it was a very stressful night because we were both happy, but also like, our team, like, right?
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
something that I got to give credit to, and Kate said, is Midwestern grit is a real thing. Just gotta say, Midwestern grit is a real thing. And he embodies that of like, you know what? Yeah, we might be down 3 to whatever at halftime, but that doesn't mean we're out.
Yeah.
And that is such a big shift in mentality. It's very old school football, but with new school mentality, right? Because he still knows it's new football. That's what I was gonna say. He did a great job of going back to an old school way of coaching without being abusive, because he's not. But of being like, no, if you're gonna be on this team, you gotta play for that shit, right? It doesn't. I don't care if you're the starter. I don't care who you are. You gotta earn that spot. You gotta be the person to step up. And he's got plays after plays, and I gotta appreciate that culture shift of old school and new school. You know what I mean? He had these guys, like Kate said. I was, when people were saying like, "Oh, the Rams are not used to the cold," and I'm like, "No, because they have a quarterback who played in the Midwest for like 15 years."
Oh yeah.
No, but still, I don't like counting on that because it's a bad thing to go by, right? Like, oh, it's cold, so we're gonna win. No, that is bad mentality, right? Because that means you're not prepared. And so I appreciate Ben Johnson going, "No, you're gonna be out there freezing your ass because." Okay. So if you live by the Great Lakes, which I know a lot of people don't, it's cold as hell. Those are like mini oceans.
Can't
Okay?
breathe. So freezing.
There's
It's
like
freezing.
many oceans. You know, I know Nichole understands because she has a Great Lake, right? Like Ontario, and Superior also goes into Canada. They're little oceans. I don't think people understand how deep
People
these
mistake them
lakes
for
are.
oceans. Like
Yeah,
they really
Yeah,
think
they
that
do.
they're oceans.
they are. They really are. And so it's cold as hell. It doesn't matter. And because of that, the lake effect wind. So when you see the weather that says like, oh, it's 20, that's not what it is on the field. Okay? Because that cold and wind rips through that stadium.
It does.
It's
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
it's not 20 degrees there. Okay. So I appreciate that he's making sure that they understand the elements and that they cannot use that as a crutch.
Yeah.
Right? You can't
Yep.
use that as an excuse anymore. So if the Bears, and I want them to win, all I'm saying is I want them to win. But if we lose, it's not because he didn't try to put him in those positions. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I'm also happy because at the end of the day, if you ask a Bears fan, we just wanted a winning season. We weren't even looking at playoffs. We were just
Yep.
like, you know what? We just want you to be at 500 above. That's all we want. You know what I mean? We want a winning season. And then it just, I'm excited. So let's see how we go for the first time in a long time. We're excited about our offense. Obviously, our secondary is hurt like hell. Jesus Christ. So that's scary because Puka is no joke. That kid can play. They have a powerful offense, so I don't want to take that for granted. You know what I mean? And so it's scary. And we didn't play the Rams all season, right? Because of just the way the schedule panned out. So now we're playing a team we don't really know.
Yeah.
And so I can't say it's like, oh, we're gonna win. I don't know, but I'm excited. So looking forward to the weekend.
Chicago.
So moving on to the last game in the NFC Wild, we have the 49ers and the Eagles, which we just talked about them not going on to repeat. The 49ers won 23-19. The kid that everyone still says can't, still can, Mr. Brock Purdy, Mr. Game Manager, still is
Relevant
leading
now.
those
Relevant now.
49ers. They lost George Kittle and still did well.
Yeah.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey, gosh, speaking of the Panthers again, what a godsend it was that they decided to trade him
Yeah.
because he's been a beast.
Shanahan is a brilliant man, though.
Oh,
We got to give
Kyle
him
is
props.
so good. And Robert
So-
Sala and the defense have been phenomenal for that team. So a lot of the highlights that I can see is even through adversity for the 49ers, they found the will and the way to win. And through good coaching and good schemes by the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, they beat the defending Super Bowl champions. And since we're dealing with an NFC East team in your division, Janae, I would love to hear your take on this game and what you saw and what your thoughts are, because you are one of the Eagles' biggest rivals in
Yes.
the division. So let's hear what you have to say about this.
I mean, it was such a good game for Purdy. I think that Kyle Shanahan really knows how to. I mean, the trick play with Jennings throwing the ball to McCaffrey, awesome. These are things that you got to do in the playoffs to get over the hump. I think that the Eagles punched themselves in the face a bunch of times by not catching plays when you needed to. Jalen actually did try to win the game. I mean, but there was a lot of points where I'm just like, man, the Eagles are just letting this go, and it's not working. I mean, and I know a lot of people harp on Jalen, and I don't think that he is absolutely the best, but I think that he tried as much as he could at the end to get it done. And AJ Brown complaining all the time, did not catch those balls when he needed to catch the balls, and it just did not go the way it's supposed to go. First time in history I voted for the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think I've ever said, go 49ers, but definitely was rooting for him. Brock Purdy, shout out to him, guys. I just love the stories of all these quarterbacks and how, people think that you're not relevant, but you are relevant. You show the world what you can do when all of your team is completely hurt and depleted. Brock Purdy showed up, did what he needed to do to get his team over the hump. Now they're moving on to the next round. I wish them all the luck. But for that game, I think that Brock Purdy did and his team did what they needed to do to get over the hump. and the Eagles just fell short, and the world was exposed to, you know, you guys not being able to get the job done, knowing that there were chances and opportunities for the Eagles to do it, but they didn't do it. So shout out to the 49ers.
Yes, I was very excited for that. Now we're going to quickly move through the AFC wild games to keep on track of time. We have the Buffalo Bills that narrowly beat the Jaguars
Woo!
27-24. I mean, Allen had some really great moments. Josh Allen, your massive piece of magic, Janae, was massive and was magical and
Yes, he was.
everything in between. And the Jags had many opportunities, I felt like, to win
Yes, they
that
did.
game, and they fell short. And the Bills are moving on, which is which a lot of people probably expected. But kudos to the Jaguars.
Yes.
They're sticking around. I love Trevor Lawrence. I love what's happening down there. I hope they continue to succeed, and I hope they continue to just get better and better and better.
Me too.
Because I like to see new blood and new teams in the playoffs. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I will just say this. Because a lot of people were going back and forth with criticism because Josh Allen's wife was at the Golden Globes. He wasn't flying out to go meet her at the Golden Globes.
She has a job.
There was a little bit of celebrity drama in that game
She
as
has
well.
a freaking job.
Yeah. So
She's a boss too.
But
She is.
Jesus Christ, she
That
had a
movie-
job before she married him.
that movie Sinners was probably my favorite movie of
It
2025.
was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh my
But
God.
real quick, Janae, since this is your massive piece of magic, what do you want to tell us about the Bills and
Hey,
Jaguars?
listen. We keep talking about it. Josh Allen should not be ever slept on. He can do it if he puts the team on his shoulders faithfully. I mean, I've seen it throughout the season. I've seen it throughout his career. The Jaguars had this in the bag, guys. Let's not get it twisted. They lost.
No, they
the game.
did.
They absolutely lost this game.
They did.
And for the defense to show up and do what they needed to do when they needed to do it at the end of the game, for Josh Allen to get that ball and to be able to make it a win for them. I was excited. I just felt like it was the story that always plays out with Josh Allen just being the magic that he is.
That
I
guy.
mean, he's a huge individual. He is able to do things that not a lot of quarterbacks can do. And I just love the guy. I just love him. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for their team. Because I just feel like with him, you can never sleep on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He has totally saved the day a bunch of times. The Jaguars didn't get it done, but I really think that they have some great things to look forward to next year.
There's a shakeup over there.
Yes, and they could have won that game, but
they really
Josh
could
Allen,
have.
as he does, he showed magic, and I just love the fact that they were able to pull it off. Woo-hoo!
All right, moving on to the next AFC wild game, we have the New England Patriots and Drake May beating Jim Harbaugh, my former coach, in the Los Angeles Chargers, 16-3. It was a slow-moving game. It was almost painful to watch at times, but finally there was an unlock there, and Mike Vrabel and the New England coaching staff finally got some more points on the board, and just I would say this is a narrow victory and not the most victorious victory for
I agree.
But still, a first-year coach, a second-year quarterback like your Chicago Bears.
Drake May, man, you get props. Drake May.
Yeah,
that's his nickname. Drake May.
This is a similarity to your team, a second-year quarterback and a first-year coach.
Love it.
Tell me what your thoughts are on the Patriots and the Chargers.
I'm excited. You know, it's a new chapter for them because for a long time they didn't know if they could get past the Bill Belichick or Tom Brady, right? Because they're like, how can you ever come back from that? And so I think it's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kid came out, and I love that his nickname is his name. Okay, that's one of my favorite things to come out of this because, you know, we need some levity, right? So the fact that his nickname is Drake May is great. I love it. But also, like, at the end of the day, I like seeing a shakeup, right? Because, again, people were like, oh, you know, and no hate again. You got your Super Bowls again. I'm not a hater on that, but I think people thought, how can you come back from that dynasty, right? It's hard. And so for a coach to be like, no, we're going to turn it around, and he did. And the quarterback, he says, his second year, he's a sophomore, right? And he proved that he can do it, man. That kid can ball. He can ball. I think what they should be nervous about, because Texas ain't no joke, which I know Kate's gonna talk about that soon. Their defense is crazy. And so I think that the Patriots offense is ridiculous. But the Chargers showed that the defense maybe could be a problem here. And so I'm excited to see how this pans out, but good game overall. Good for the Patriots, good for the kid. I like seeing new quarter. So a statistic that came out, just gonna say that 7 out of the 8 quarterbacks that are right now competing have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So statistically speaking, whoever wins, it's possible that quarterback, I'm saying quarterback, I didn't say the team.
Yeah.
People are like, I know, I'm not saying team, I'm saying quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
So statistically, it's possible that we're going to see a quarterback win their first Super Bowl. So it's exciting. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely agree. I think that
All right,
absolutely agree with that.
real quick, we're going to quickly go through this last game, and then we're going to skip to the divisional round preview.
Like I said.
So we had the Texans beating the Steelers, which led, we know now, to Mike Tomlin stepping down as coach. But the Texans, in their defense, because the defense really won that game for them, beat the Steelers 30-60. I love me some Nichole Ryan. And one of my favorite Wolverines of all time, Nico Collins, is one of the receivers for the Texans. CJ Stroud is a great kid and doing great things.
Yes.
The former Buckeye is leading them well. And then you got Will Anderson Jr. in defense.
Yes.
Doing phenomenal. Doing great things. But Nichole, real quick, give me your feelings on this wild card game.
Well, I only got 2 things that came to mind was Snoop Dogg and Beyonce with the H-Town and Steelers. That's all I got for you. And looks like someone took the house on that one.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
right.
A way better game than that one.
We're going to do a quick rapid fire of the divisional round. I'll just let you know who's playing and when, and then we'll quickly do who we pick and think is going to win, so we can keep the show rolling. First, in the AFC, we have the Bills, the number 6 Bills, taking on the number 1 Broncos on Saturday, January 17th at 4:30 Eastern. And I will go first. I'm really hoping, sorry, Janae, I love me some Bo Nix and what the Denver Broncos are doing. So I hope there's a little surprise there and that the Broncos take this victory. I'm not going to say a score, but I think it'll be close. But I'm going with the Broncos. Delilah.
Okay.
Who are you picking between the Broncos and the Bills?
Tina, I love you. But I think, like Janae was saying, I like Bo Nix. I'm not hating on the quarterback.
He's a beast.
It's not about that. That kid is a bit second year.
He's a beast.
The Broncos, the shit that people have been talking about. I'm sorry I said that. I'm saying, but a lot of announcers have been unfair. No, I'll be honest. They've been unfair to the Broncos all year.
Yeah.
Like, they don't deserve to be here. It's been ridiculous. No, you do. And so I'm not picking the Bills because you didn't earn this spot. It's because of the man that Janae is saying. There is something about Josh Allen that somehow, even when they're down,
miracles.
It's that magic. That's the only reason that I'm picking the Bills to take this game from the number 1 seed is only because of Josh Allen. That's all.
Okay.
That's my reason for picking the Bills.
And Janae, I can only imagine who you're picking, but please let us know.
You already know I'm riding with that hot hand with the Bills, man. I gotta ride with my masterpiece of magic. I just feel like he always shows magic. I mean, and the Broncos are phenomenal. Their defense is just great. I like Bo Nix, but I am shouting out to that defense, man. That defense is lights out. So he's gonna have his work cut out for him, but I'm going for the Bills.
All right, Nichole, who are you picking between these two? Bills and Broncos.
I like Mr. Magic Man, and he's magical in other different ways. But I'm gonna go with the other guy. Their kicker Lutz. He's gonna do it for them. He's gonna win the game by just a field goal. It's gonna be him and his magical foot.
I forget you have the football script. We forget that on the
Oh, you go, girl. Okay, so look,
That's the only reason. Lutz. So Broncos.
Woohoo! So it's 2-2.
Let's go.
Moving on to the Texans at the Patriots. Again, another warm state team going to a cold state team. A team used to playing under a dome to a team that plays in the wide open. So we'll see what happens. But I am going to pick the Patriots to win this game. I think they will do it at home, and they'll have their home fans behind them. And I think that Drake May is just going to keep showing us who he is. And I'm excited to see it. And I think Josh Daniels will have a great offensive scheme for them. And I'm going to go with the number 2 Patriots for this one.
Ooh.
So, Janae, who are you picking between the Texans and the Patriots?
Oh, I'm going to have to ride with that Texans, man. That defense, too. I am excited about the defense of these playoffs. And I don't think there's a team in hell that actually can beat the Texans defense. They are very good. So, yeah, I'm going to ride with the Texans on this.
Nichole, Texans or Patriots?
I'm sorry, my mom just called, and I think she found an NFL team. I think it's going to be the Texans, Kate.
Ooh.
I think it's my mom's team. She's liking CJ Stroud.
Okay.
He's somebody to like.
Even though he was 0-2 against Michigan. I had to
Oh.
throw that in there.
The Buckeye thing, we can't. I get it.
No,
I
love
can't.
it.
I'll never forget where that man came from. And Delilah, who are you picking?
Listen, I'm going with the team that has one of those beautiful men at head coach.
I know who you're picking.
Because D'Amico Ryan is a beautiful man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not the only reason I'm picking
He's
him.
a
But
good-looking
have you seen this man?
Anthony
Oh my
knows how I
God.
feel about that man.
His smile. Oh Lord. Anyway, besides that, he's a beautiful human being. But outside of that, I'm going with the Texans because of the defense. That defense is ridiculous. I know they're at 5th. I know they're the lower seed. And they're gonna be down. They missed their wide receiver, right? No, not the wide receiver. Someone's out. Oh my God, I can't think about it.
Yeah, I know
But
exactly what you're talking about.
It's gonna be a struggle on offense because they're losing one of their starters. But in any case, their defense is the star because I know, again, I don't like Aaron Rodgers as a person, but I understand him in football. And the fact that the defense kept him to 140 something yards is crazy.
Yeah,
I want y'all to think about that, okay?
That's true.
The years that he's been in the NFL, to be kept to 100 something yards, to be picked off as many times as is very rare. And the fact that the Texans did that to him is why I believe the defense will be the winner against the Patriots, and that's why I'm picking the Texans.
So I'm the sole one here with the New England.
And you've been rocking it when you're solo. So hey, look.
I usually do come back and say,
Don't
"I told you so." Anyway, quickly moving on to the NFC games. The first one are the 49ers at the Seahawks, the number 1 versus the number 6.
Division rivalry.
I'm not going to do my pick first, and I'm going to let Nichole pick this one first.
Ooh.
Who are you picking, Mr. Brock Purdy or Mr. Sam Darnold?
You know, Sam Darnold, he's cool and all, but there is another guy that I really miss on our team that maybe it deserves his flowers. Shaheed
Yeah.
Rashid. Um, we miss him, but honestly, he's done really good for the Seahawks and he fits in well with them. And I'm very happy for them. So I really want to see at him get to at least a little bit more top tier. So I'm going with the Seahawks.
Okay. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, Janae. Seahawks versus Mr. Irrelevant, no relevant.
All
Who you
right.
going
Look, look,
with?
look, look. I'm not going to go for him twice. Don't push your luck with me, Kate. I cannot vote for the 49ers twice. The Seahawks got to do it with that Smith and Jigba. He is so amazing. Think they're going to be able to take this one.
All right, Delilah.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks for a reason I picked the Texans, their defense. So Kyle Shanahan, by the way, should be studied
Yeah, he's awesome.
as being a coach that could do the next man up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Because I don't know a team that could do it the way he does. Because all his starters were out. We know that at different points in time, and they're in the playoffs. So I want to people understand next man up. That man has it in the bag. My God. Okay. All those players are freaking ready. So the only reason I'm picking Seattle is because their defense is crazy. Crazy. That's
Yeah.
what got them. And it reminds me when they won the Super Bowl the last time, the 13th man, right? I think people
Mhm.
forget that. The last time they won the Super Bowl was not on the back of a quarterback, right? When they won, it was their defense, right? When I'm not hating on Russell Wilson. I'm not that person, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, let's be honest, who won that Super Bowl? It was the defense. And so because of that, that's why I'm going Seattle. Their defense is the reason they're going to beat the 49ers.
And I'm going to be unanimous with you, ladies, and I'm going with the Seahawks because I don't know head coach. I don't know where he was a defensive coordinator once upon a time. Was it a U of M? And
Oh.
and did he not take our former coach's son as his special teams coach, Mr. J. Harbaugh?
Woo.
And do I not have a lot of Michigan ties with Seattle? Because you talk about defense. My Mr. Mikey Morris is on that defense from Michigan. So I'm going to say I'm going with the West Coast Wolverines, as we call them, and going with Seattle. And I'm going with Sam Darnold because I have faith in that cutie patootie ginger of a man that he's going to lead those Seahawks down the field and they're going to win because they have Kenneth Walker Jr. from one of my rivals, MSU. They have Jackson Smith, the Jigba, who's been the most outstanding receiver from my other nemesis, Ohio State. So there's a lot of love and a lot of rivalry going on there. And I'm going to go with the love and rivalry and say the 49ers are way too hurt with losing Kittle.
Yeah.
They don't have enough fun weapons to beat Seattle in Seattle. So, last game, Janae, Nichole, and Delilah, your game. We have Mr. Matthew Stafford marching into Chicago, the Windy City, this weekend to take on Delilah's Chicago Bears. And I will go to you first to take the stress off you, Delilah. Who are you picking for this game?
I think the Super Bowl is going to go through the NFC West this year, just based on looking back. Everybody thought it was going to be the NFC North, and no, the NFC West is the division that proved to be that guy. They got 3 teams in the playoffs. Think about that, guys. 3 teams.
They do.
So I believe the Super Bowl winner is going to be out of the NFC West. And as much as I love my team, and as much as I love my Bears, and I know that Ben Johnson is doing everything he can, I just my heart wants my team to win, but looking back, the Rams have a Super Bowl experience. They have the offense fire, and our defense is trash right now. Everybody on our defense that was killing it for seasons, right? That's what I'm saying. Like the defense that was our offense is crazy. That's if everybody noticed, that's not why we've been losing games. Our offense, thank God, it's been years in the making, has not lost us our games, right? It's the other way around. It's the fact that our secondary is beat the hell up, and we just lost our main O lineman. So my quarterback won't be protected by by a veteran, and that's going to be a big deal. And so that's why it hurts me. Mom picked the Rams because of that. I know.
Oh,
I wish we could go
Delilah.
all the way, but I'm being realistic. Okay, ma'ams, I'm being realistic.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go to you next, Nichole. Are you going with the Rams or are we going with the Bears? The Bears, the Bears, the Bears.
The Bears.
Well, I know there's this super duper fan in Chicago that has probably been really rooting and tooting for them for a long time. And I think they might not want to be jinxed, in saying that they might. But rumor has it that I know a little birdie that says that they have a 5.9% chance of winning the Super Bowl, and that's a 1600s odd. And you know who else is odd? I am odd, and I am at odds in love with them for winning the Super Bowl. So I am going to cry, and I'll bring you the tissues, Delilah in Chicago, because they're going to make it, and I'm going for them.
Woo!
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, Janae, who are you going with?
Oh, man. I wrote Delilah before the season started, and I said that the freaking Bears are going to be very good this year. And I'm not losing hope. After that throw from Caleb when he was literally hit in the gut and was still able to throw a dart, I'm not getting off the train, man. I'm not getting off the train. I love the Rams, and I know the Rams. Puka has been phenomenal. I just think that I don't know. I'm going with the Bears. I got the Bears fever, man. I'm in. I'm all in.
And for me, I am sticking in my division, not because of my dislike for Mr. Matthew Stafford, but because I have a lot of faith in Ben Johnson. I have a lot of faith in their whole coaching staff. I have faith in Caleb Williams, who I doubted, but now Ben Johnson's got me kind of liking this kid because I couldn't stand him in college. Thought he was a little whiner, but he's being turned into this tough man that can endure and win the race, like his Sean would say. And I really feel like with their weapons, with their receivers, with my little baby boy Colston Loveland, the best rookie I think one of the best rookies in the league this year,
and Kalmananga.
And so I think Chicago with the elements and Ben Johnson knew how to beat the Rams when he was with Detroit. So I feel like he can beat the Rams in Chicago. And I think you're going to move on and you're going to be surprised.
Let's go.
Surprised. I am going with the Chicago Bears beating the Rams.
Let's go. That's what sisterhood is. We got her back.
We got your back.
Look, she may be a little
I'm here like, I don't know.
We got her back. Let's go.
I have faith.
Yes.
I got faith.
All right, and that is your breakdown of the wild card games. That's your breakdown of your divisional games, and that is it for Kate's breakdown.
Let's go!
All right.
We got some more for you. Ladies and gentlemen. We know you love the breakdown. We know you love all of our segments. but this is one that we came up with this year, and we gotta do it. The Rapido Fire. Let's go.
Our brand new segment, which is super fun. I can't wait for you to fire these questions at us.
We got a yes or no rapid fire. This is our time that we get to ask questions. It's a yes or no. We want you guys to chime in with us. Delilah, we got some rapid fire questions. Go ahead and kick it off for us.
Nichole, do you got them for us?
Oh,
I do. I got them over here in my back pocket.
Let's go, Nichole.
let's go, Nichole.
Okay, I'm going to hit them off one after the other, and you just have to sit tight in your seat and say yes or no. Okay, audience, you type away with us on those comment sections. Okay, don't remember, like and subscribe for more. Okay, we got here yes or no, you guys. An underdog wins in the divisional round this weekend. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I'm a yes too. Yes, yes, yes.
DC.
Yes, I hear yeses in the audience. Okay, and next one, yes or no? We get at least one put the team on my back performance. QB or skill player goes nuclear. Do you think yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
I
yes,
think so, yes. I mean, come on. What do we pay these guys for? Football? Okay, next one.
Very true, Nichole. Very true.
Right? All right. Yes or no? A game is decided by a missed kick. That field goal or extra point. Come on, let's.
Yeah.
Are we going yes or no?
I'm saying
Yes.
I'm a
I've
yes.
seen it all season.
I would like it. I would like it.
Plus, I've seen it all season. Legitimately.
Yeah, oh, it's happened. Oh, it's
Teams
definitely
lose by a miss. Why are the Ravens at home, guys?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes.
3 yeses
All right.
and a no. We got 3 yeses and a no.
Okay, last one, you guys. Get your comments in for question number 4. The timeline is melting over a ref. The timeline is melting down over a ref call before the weekend's even over.
Yes, every damn
Yes.
day.
1000%.
Every divisional game seems to be called because of a ref.
One thing the refs know how to do is jack up a call.
Yes.
Refs, you better be secluded and hidden away this weekend.
You ain't lying, girl. You ain't lying.
Lock it down.
Hi, get a bunker.
Yes, seriously.
Oh, these were great. Look, that's what I'm talking about, rapid fire questions. If you guys have rapid fire questions that you want to get to us, please let us know. We're going to get them on the show. We love rapid fire. Shout out to Nichole for making it fun for us. But yeah, definitely great rapid fire questions today. Woo! All right. We got a segment that we always end the show with, and it's the way we do it. And we are so excited that you get to do it with us. So what do we got, Delilah, for our last segment of the night? Ladies have the final say. We have the final say. This is one of the parts of the show that's near and dear to our heart. We love that we get to actually promote positivity, just like every other show that we have on the network. We love positivity. And this time, we get to hear from 4 dynamic ladies about what we want to say for the final say. We hate to do it because it is our last segment, but we try to leave the show with some positivity because that's how you should always do it. And this network always wants to promote love and positivity and whatever we just want to talk about. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we end the show, and that's what we like to do. End it with the ladies have the final say. Want to do a quick one? Man, there was a reporter who blew my mind this week, right? Blew my mind. Just such good reporting to me, because with all the negativity that we get from reporters, all these mean questions that these coaches have to answer, there was a lady, Lynn Jones, who's been a reporter for she said for years and years and years, decades. She's been in this game for a minute. She's been a supporter of the Jacksonville Jaguars. She interviewed, she was a part of the reporting team that interviewed Jacksonville after they lost. And man, did she say some beautiful things to a coach, a first year head coach, who not only brought his team to the playoffs, but was 3 points away from actually winning their first playoff game in God knows how long. But I wanted to shout out Lynn Jones because there has to be sometimes, guys, where positivity is okay, right? There's got to be some times where 27 seconds of a report does not cause the world to go in an uproar and be so angry about positivity. I know that the reporter's job is to ask tough questions, but who said that? Who said that they have to do that every time? There's nothing wrong with changing it up for a second, 27 seconds to be exact, to give some positivity. And just like we do on this show and we always promote positivity and light, I want to shout out my girl, Lynn Jones, for taking upon herself to encourage a first time head coach to be happy with what he's done for the team. And instead of anybody else in the room, all these professional reporters thinking about, why not give encouragement to a coach who's done miracles with a team who wasn't great last year, but turned it around and was a top high-powered team, offensive team this year. Defense was great. They've done a great job this year. Why not give some love? So shout out to the girl, reporter Lynn Jones, for just being positive. Because sometimes that's what the world needs. And that's my final say. All right, ladies. Delilah, what you got for yours?
Sorry. I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry. So because it is Thursday, today is Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s actual birthday. Monday is the actual holiday, and so I needed to make sure that we close our show with a few words of inspiration from one of the most inspirational people in US and honestly world history and the world, because that man did live by what he said, and so we should honor him and his legacy and his memory.
Yes.
And so I wanted to say, because I know, again, like Janae said at the beginning, sometimes we lose hope, and I know it's hard out there, and so I wanted to make sure that people knew that this is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I want to make sure we understand who he was. All right.
Let's go.
All right. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Sometimes I feel, because there is so much, you don't have to solve all the world's problems. You can start small with small acts of kindness. Small things matter so much.
Yes.
And I know that could be overwhelming. And I know you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? Small acts of kindness, small things like MLK, who we are honoring this weekend, they matter and they go far. So just, I want to make sure that you remember this. The other thing that he has said, faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase.
Yeah.
So again, I know it's tough. I promise. I know. Trust me. But sometimes these two things together can help you. Take small steps. Again, even if you cannot see the full staircase, like MLK, Martin Luther King said, you can still take that step. You can still do a small thing, a small act of kindness. My God, you don't have to solve everything, but one thing will make a difference to you, to someone else, to others. And so I just want to make sure that we remember that we honor. Listen, I appreciate the weekend for anybody else, but at the end of the day, let's remember why we have a 3-day weekend. Let's remember who we are honoring. Let's remember why he has the day of remembrance and why he deserves that remembrance and why he has a holiday. And so just remember that. Look him up. Read him, please. Oh my God. If you don't want to read him, all of his speeches are available on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every single speech, because thank God that he was speaking a day when we had the technology to record him, because there are times when we couldn't. We have ancestors who passed down knowledge that are oral that we don't have recorded history of, but we do of this man. Look him up. Listen to his own words. Listen to what he had to say.
Yeah.
Church exists in Georgia, by the way.
Yeah.
His his church to this day exists. They still have pastors. You can go down to Georgia and still go to the church.
Yeah.
They had to move it because it's an old church, so they had to modernize it. But it's his church. It is his congregation that he lives on today. Today, he has not left. And thank God he has not. So that's all. I just wanted to make sure people remembered that.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Snaps for that.
Yes.
Woo! All right, Kate, what you got for us?
In this world, in what we're living in and everything, um I'm leaving my social media up, but I'm taking a break from it just because I need a break from what's going on around the world and everything else. But it's been a world of just hateful words and hateful to this and just not being nice and everything. So I am clinging to my favorite author of all time, Maya Angelou, in her poem "And Still I Rise." And the words that from that poem that I'm clinging to: "You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I rise." And I want everyone in this country to know that if you don't stand on the side that's doing all of this, you will still rise. We'll rise from the ashes. We'll rise from the hate. We'll rise from the bitterness and the ugly. And I really want to have hope that this nation will rise again and that we're going to be the best nation that we know how to be and that we're going to get through all this. And that I need to cling to the fact that, that this is only a season, this is temporary. Yes, we have 3 more years, but I just feel like that something's not going to let this happen for too much longer. And I'm holding on to faith that our God, who is an all-knowing, omnipotent God, will not continue with this. I mean, even if, Janae, being as biblical as you are, if this is the beginning of the end, that God knows our hearts, God knows our intentions. And my thing is just make sure your life is right. Make sure you have your affairs in order. We don't know with all this chaos in this world what each day is going to bring and if it's going to be the last. So just my ladies have the final say is just have faith in God and have faith in whoever you serve and know that you will rise from the ashes, will rise from all of this chaos going on in our country right now. But just make sure your life's in order. Just make sure everything, you got your ducks in a row, because I just my faith and what I see and what I've read tell me this is not where it's supposed to be at. So just know that I love you all, and if we don't make it through this, just know that I love you guys, and just know that I'll see you on the flip side, because I just don't feel like this is the world that God would want for us.
How's to you, Kate? Sending love.
Sending huge loves.
Yes.
Huge love. Because we all need it right now. We all need it. Oh, Kate, that was good. All right, Nichole, and our featured guest that we have with Nichole. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't you ever shoo your baby away. The baby can stay on the side. What you got for the ladies have the final say?
Well, you guys, you touched on so many different aspects of life and what's going on with the world, and as well as remembering the past and Martin Luther King and what he he's doing, and on Monday and stuff like that too, for that becoming a, even more and more powerful of, for right now, the current circumstances.
Yes.
But I just want to say, I've had hope over the weekend with following some of these live young youth, IRL streams, and we're streaming live.
Yes.
And I just want to take appreciation for the live streaming community and putting your heart out there, and just being so genuine and like off the script and being genuine who you are, because
Yes.
we're live. There's no edits here or anything like that.
Let's
What you
go.
see is what you get. I mean, I saw people put out fires just by being there and streaming and having it in the back and being like there. And then people finding pets and finding their owners and stuff and asking the community what to do at the time and stuff. So I've had some backlash on, before with some bullying online can be hard and stuff, but it always gives me hope in the community and the community that we create with our life, and the people out there like Anthony Hande and Sean, who are commenting there and seeing us and stuff. So I like our special community and what we have to offer, and I just want to reflect on that and say thank you.
We love
Yes,
you,
I love
Nichole.
it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, if you don't know, Nichole is an amazing artist.
Yes, she
She
is.
creates some of the best costumes and the
Oh my
best
God.
cosplay.
Talent.
Incredibly
Yes.
talented, artistic. You're amazing, and I'm glad that you didn't let the haters like ruin your like yuck on your yum, as Cat Hughes used to say. Don't let anybody yuck on your yum, because amazing. Honestly, I love you, Nichole.
You're
You
amazing.
Aw,
keep
I love you
doing what you
guys.
do, because every time I see your live pop up, honestly, like sometimes I'm having a crap day. And then it's like, oh, let me see what she's cooking. Well, let me see what she's making. Let me see what she's crafting. Let me see what she has to say.
It's
And
awesome.
it just turns my whole vibe around. So keep being you, Nichole, because I love you, and
Aw.
please be the artsy person you're on, because I am not artistic at all. So I appreciate
I
you.
wish I had the skills. Wish
Oh,
I had those skills.
I'll
I
come
wish
over.
you
Making
melting
out.
Right?
pot that we are, ladies.
Aw,
Oh, I love you guys so much.
I love
This
all
is
you
what
guys.
the show is about.
Missed ya.
Us, these ladies right here, we love each other, but we love you guys. Shout out to our boy Sean Spencer. We see
Woo,
did put
Sean.
tag the church that Martin Luther King actually has. The Ebenezer Baptist Church. Shout out to our boy Sean, always being there. We do love him, and Anthony Hamby for holding us down in the background, man. We are excited. We got some good news for you guys. I know you guys didn't know this, but starting next week, we will be back. We don't want to be away from you guys long. So we're coming back next Thursday to talk some playoff football, because this is what we do. We love the game of football, and as it's going on, we're going to be able to give you guys the nitty gritty. What's going on, the breakdown, with all of the things happening. I am excited to see you ladies next week, and we can't wait to see you guys. So make sure you tune in. We will see you guys next week, 8:30
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait. Love, peace, and love from our ladies takeover. We'll see y'all next week. Have a fantastic weekend, guys.
Bye.
Bye. This show is a staple. I'm telling you, it's not too many shows. I don't really know any other show that has an all-woman panel talking about football.
No, we
Come
did
on.
it first here. LTF family.
Right here.
Woo!
You guys are witnessing the history right here. We're doing big things. And then look at us now. We may not have been able to start this show without Kate having this idea of an all-women show. And look at us now. We believed in this goal to make this show happen. So I'm excited to be here with you ladies and to promote positivity and love, because that's what I talk about it with Sean all the time. This is what this show is all about. This is what all the Let's Talk Football shows are about. It's positivity and love. Shout out to the Let's Talk Football Ladies Takeover that the show goes on. This show is important to all the shows. I mean, this is a staple show. So I'm excited that you guys tuned in, and we all hope that you guys tune in next week.